Hey guys, what's up? Murder of Birds here. Welcome back to the channel. So we are back getting into another episode of One Piece with episode 10. This is going to be my reaction to it. And I think after this episode, or at least after this next arc with Usopp, I think this is the point where I'm going to start batching episodes together. So I am going to be working on more edits and more recordings throughout my week. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I know I've been getting a lot of comments from people that are talking about and crunching the numbers. They're like, oh, it's going to take you 25 years to catch up to One Piece, on top of the fact that the show is still continuing. You're not going to find out the truth of the One Piece, the reveal, by the time it happens. To be honest, I'm not watching One Piece with the anticipation of catching up before the reveal. I will obviously try my best to stay away from spoilers. I've never been spoiled by anything in regard to One Piece. I don't watch One Piece content. I don't have that stuff in my feed. And if anything, I'll just block it on all types of social media as best as I can while I'm watching and experiencing the show for the first time. So first and foremost, I just want to let you guys know my goal is not to rush to catch up. I want to enjoy and kind of go through the process of falling in love with the world, understanding the characters and the journey leading up to whenever I do inevitably catch up, or whenever I inevitably, reach the end of the goal or reach the end of the journey, what have you. This is like a 20-year journey, and I don't think anyone should go into my reaction content expecting me to catch up for your sake. Like, I want to watch this for me, and I'm just basically sharing my journey, sharing my experience, my thoughts, my theories, speculations, what have you, my reactions to everything on YouTube. So I just want to keep people's expectations in check in regards to how quickly I'm catching up. Because I do have other obligations besides this channel. I have a second YouTube channel, I have a Twitch channel, and I have like a bunch of different responsibilities when it comes to the variety of content that I do. If this was my only channel, I would probably be banging out videos time and time, day after day, every hour on the hour, to try to get out as many videos as possible. But at least for right now, I can't really do that. So I just want to temper expectations. I've been getting comments every episode about the pace in which I'm uploading videos, and I've mentioned it a few episodes. So unless people are skipping my intros, or they're not like waiting for whenever the information is relayed in my content, I just want to kind of reiterate that this is about the journey, not the destination for me. Obviously, I expect a lot of you guys to already be caught up, to already know the show and the series. If some of you don't want to go on that journey again with me, that's fine, but I don't want to feel pressured from people who care more about me binging through episodes more than I am just kind of pacing myself and marinating in the world that I'm getting introduced to. So just keep all that in mind. But I do, and I've said it for a while now, that eventually I will be batching episodes together. And I think it's either going to be after this episode or after this Usopp arc. Like after Usopp joins the squad, I think that's when I'm going to initiate kind of batching episodes, doing at least 2 episodes per video moving forward. So hopefully that's a nice starter. And then obviously as time goes on, I'll probably start batching more episodes together. It depends on what I can edit and what my editor can edit as well. So I'll keep you guys in the loop of that. But anyways, all of that aside, very excited to check out this episode, because the last episode my boy Usopp pulled up. This is his kind of little mini arc to kind of get a sense of his character and his role and his purpose within the grander journey, joining Luffy's squad. I don't know if he's going to be the strategist. I don't know if he's going to be the sharpshooter, just because that's his profession. He comes from, his family, his father before him, his grandfather were all kind of renowned pirates, renowned sharpshooters in their prime, in their time. And getting introduced to him in the last episode was a very interesting experience. I didn't remember Usopp being such like a goofball, or kind of like this rambunctious little prankster. He's kind of giving Pinocchio energy. He's got the big nose. He's hanging out with a bunch of kids. He's messing around with the settlers and the villagers and stuff like that. And he's trying to he's putting on a lot of bravado. You know what I mean? Like false courage, right? Like he seems kind of way in over his head when it comes to trying to be a pirate, trying to flex on Luffy's squad, like getting read like a book by Nami. And, he also has this tender, playful, innocent side to him when it comes to, I think her name is Kea, the girl that's in the mansion, and she's being looked after by her butlers. And she comes from this renowned family with a lot of money, but she's also sick. She's suffering for some type of illness, and he tries to comfort her with his bombastic, exaggerated stories, right? He's basically like a storyteller to her, which is nice. So very interested to just see where this journey is going. The episode ended with like this random, like shady looking dude with like these heart glasses popping up. So I'm assuming he's going to be the villain of the week in terms of like the obstacle that Usopp's going to have to overcome before joining Luffy's squad like all the others. So I hope you guys look forward to these videos. Again, you guys can get these videos early access over on my Patreon. But thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of the comments you guys leave, your reactions, your thoughts to everything. And I hope you guys continue to do so. But with all that said, we're going to be jumping into episode 10. I hope you enjoy it. And with all that said, let us begin. All right, guys, we're going to be jumping into One Piece with episode 10. I hope you guys enjoy. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And we're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, that's right. They need a ship. I wonder if they're going to get the ship by the end of this. Along with Usopp, maybe she'll give them a ship. Or she'll buy a ship for them or help them create their ship or something. That'd be sick. All right. Yeah, this guy, yeah, we talked about this. This is so pretentious, man. Good Lord. All right. Here we go. Episode 10. Yeah, so who's this guy? What the heck? What the heck? Is he moonwalking? Oh, is he Michael Jackson? Okay, I literally thought, I was like, oh, he facially, like from his design, he reminded me of the lead singer from Aerosmith, but now he's like moonwalking backwards like Michael Jackson. I don't know if he's a Michael Jackson reference now. He's got the glove too. I guess that makes sense. The hat. Interesting. So it was a musical artist maybe, but not the one I thought of. Bro, the sheep. Musical cameo performance. Maybe it is in fact a Michael Jackson reference. I don't know. Anyways, let's proceed. I have no idea. Okay, Luffy, you can't simply ask for what you want and get it. I've heard all about your father as well. Oh? Huh, you're nothing but a son of a filthy pirate. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Luffy's like, wait, what did you say? I ask you to stay away from the lady of this house. He's doing her a favor. She's locked away in there. Yeah. Another thing that I want to just say, I really appreciate the depth of Luffy's like emotional intelligence. It really shows like he's very tuned into a situation emotionally. Like this guy's talking shit about Usopp's dad. And Luffy's just like, wait, hold on. That's not cool. I'm sure that's going to make him feel some type of way, which in turn is making me feel some type of way because we're going to be a new age version of pirate. So I really do like how Luffy doesn't really need to say words. He really just needs to feel and react to that feeling. And that's, he answers or he responds or communicates through his actions. And his actions are in tune with the emotions that he's feeling through the people around him. So, you know, I mentioned it too. I was like, oh, Luffy's very simple-minded, like in the earlier episodes. And that's not wrong, but it's just that he's far more in tune emotionally with the situations at hand. So, very different. You know, he doesn't just like give into his anger or his rage. He kind of channels that, which is pretty mature for him as of right now. So, the way that he looked at that guy when he said that to Usopp, I'm like, okay, he's honed in right now. He's locked in. Huh, what reason for you here to apologize to a savage man? Well, they're just being cordial people, you know? She's not, you know, she's not prejudiced just because he's a pirate. You truly hate your great idiot of a father for abandoning his family and village because of his lust for treasure. Brother. Oh shit, yo, that's what happens. Don't talk shit about my fam. Okay, this is where Usopp gets his bravery. This is where Usopp pulls up. Yo, he keeps that motherfucking thing on him, bro. Don't make him pull out the slingshot. About how your father really is a traveling man or how you're not really related. Okay. Oh! Talk shit, get hit, bro. Yeah, look at that. Everyone's just like, you know what? Let him get his lick. Who the hell is this butler, bro? He's talking mad shit. Uh-oh. Oh no, you attacked me. Just like every pirate would. Like father, like son. Oh dear. Bro's running his mouth. Hey, you're a great storyteller. I never lie about my pride to be related by blood to a pirate. Yeah, look at that. Hell yeah. That makes you even cooler. Yeah, I guess people just look down on pirates overall because the bad ones give a bad rap to all of them, you know? And then this guy just looks down on... Maybe this guy's had a bad run-in with pirates, you know, and he just lumps them all together like all the others do. The sins of the father, am I right? Your father's a pirate, therefore you're just as bad. That's crazy. Luffy's... I mean, Usopp's gonna beat the shit out of you. Yeah. Yeah, he's just very blunt, apparently. Or maybe this is a test. Maybe he's testing him. I don't know. Sheesh. All right. You know what? Maybe this is the episode that I was like, you know what, Usopp? You're all right in my book. Yeah, and now Kaya's going to be alone. Or Kaya. I don't know how her name is pronounced, so... Okay, Luffy. Bro wants to be one of them so bad. I mean, Luffy wants the lick. He's like, yo, you talk shit about a pirate, you're talking shit about me. Okay, this isn't even like the conflict right now. I'm wondering who that other guy was that's like moonwalking Michael Jackson style into the town. Uh-oh. By the way, ma'am, I'm sorry I drove your only friends away. Yeah, there it is. Well, it's your fault, buddy. She doesn't want to eat because of you. Why do you talk to him like he's a criminal? He hasn't even done anything. You didn't need to kick him out like that, exactly. I'm sure he has his reasons. Or maybe pirates are the reason why their parents are gone. It's been nearly 3 years since the day I came to this mansion. Okay. Aw, look at her. First day on the job, eh? Oh, okay. Okay, so he came from rough times too. Oh, did she help him? She's like, no, give him a chance. And so he only has a job because of her, maybe. The music! Aw, the kindness of her father. Nice. Clahadore, I think is his name. In my eyes, I owe my life to your parents and to you, their daughter. Exactly. So maybe if she wants to have a pirate friend, maybe you should let her. You owe her. But that Usopp lad isn't exactly known for his upstanding character. We do a little trolling, you know? But I get it. He's being a helicopter parent. Usopp is a very nice person. However, whether he's nice or not is irrelevant. Bro, after all that, I'm still not gonna listen. Blockhead will do just fine. Bruh. Brother, who is this man? Are you okay? Is he cursed to walk like that? This has to be a Michael Jackson reference. Please let me know the context in the chat or in the comments. He's really still doing that. I thought he was like Steven Tyler, I think is his name, or Steven Taylor from Aerosmith. Huh. Oh God, pirates are here. Yeah, this again. A backwards guy. A weird guy is backwards walking this way. Oh my God. That is so funny. Yeah. Is he really that? Is that like a threat though? Oh, who is this? Hello? I am not weird. Okay. You're kind of weird. I'm just an a hypnotist. Okay. And what are you doing here, sir? Don't be dumb. Why should I have to reveal my technique to a bunch of strangers? No, you're gonna get hypnotized. That's the whole point, brother. Oh, Jango? 1-2 Jango? Is his name Jango? Jango the hypnotist? Bro, you used it on yourself? Okay, that's quite the trickery there. That's funny. Okay, I wonder who this guy is. I don't know if he's friend or foe yet. I hate that guy too. Yo, he was talking shit about pirates. Yeah, he's talking about Usopp. Luffy looks up to him too. Maybe Usopp will cross paths with his father when he goes on his trip with Luffy. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't know if he has time to see that girl. Maybe he'll just see her one more time just to say farewell, you know? Oh! Wait, is that the Jango guy? Oh shit, are they in cahoots? Hold on. So, preparations for the plan already, I hope. Is this a long con? Whoa, imagine that was the plan? Because he said 3 years ago he got, like, thrown in on this place. Maybe that was the point. Maybe he's like, oh, I know there's, like, a rich family here. So if I, like Among Us, on some, like, long con Among Us type shit, like, I'll present myself as a beggar. I'll pray and plead for my life. I'll pray for work. I'll gain these people's trust. And now the parents are out of the picture. I don't know if they got killed intentionally. I don't know if that was part of the plan or whatever. I don't know. But I feel like that could be a strategy, like a really, like, conniving long con strategy to, like, win the family's trust, have complete control over this household, and now he can just, like, ransack it after the fact, and he comes out big in the end. I don't know. The rich girl assassination plan. Bro, she's already sick. She probably doesn't have many days left. Why do you want to do that for? Plus, you need Jango to do that? Like, no offense. I'm pretty sure, like, the butler could kill her himself, but I don't know. Maybe he would be hesitant or something. Yeah. Okay, okay, I did not realize the butler would be a bad man. Oh, dear. Now we gotta convince that girl that her butler isn't to be trusted. We cannot simply kill her. Miss Kea must perish in an unfortunate accident. Yeah. And how does that... Oh, by hypnotizing her, maybe. The men and I storm the village and kill the girl. Then you'll get the inheritance. Yeah. How would I, an outsider, inherit the inheritance? You worked for it. Oh, write him into the will. That's even more coincidental that it happens right before she dies. Wow. Okay, fuck this guy. Yeah. I knew this guy was bad. Like, anyone who fixes their glasses like this cannot be trusted. I spent 3 years trying to gain the trust to leave her inheritance to me. Wow. That is crazy, brother. What the hell? He just had, like, this sentimental moment with her? Captain Kuro? Wait, he's a pirate too? You suddenly said you were giving up your life as a pirate, but no time flat, you set up as a subordinate. You set up a subordinate to be your dub. Oh, so he faked his death too. And let the world see Captain Kuro get executed. Holy shit. This guy's playing like... He's playing 5D chess. 07s to that subordinate? Holy shit, they were insanely loyal. Kuro, man of 1,000 plans? Holy moly. He's galaxy brain. Yeah. Exactly. An entire rich family. Did he kill the parents? I hadn't planned for that. Okay, so that just works in his favor though. If the parents were killed. Luffy! Jesus. No, Luffy does not listen. He just reacts. Captain Kuro is said to be the smartest and most brutal pirate of all. That reverse psychology, bro. That's insane. I'm actually low-key impressed with that strategy, that entire plan. Yeah, and now he's gonna attack the village and kill her. Yep. We gotta stop him. That is a very elaborate plan. Okay, Usopp. Usopp, you gotta stop. Okay, you gotta pull yourself together. You gotta be a fucking Giga Chad sniper. All right, you gotta earn your stripes right now, buddy. This poor crab. I feel like this crab represents Usopp at this point. Luffy, you idiot. What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh, yeah, I heard everything, buddy. With an expression like that, clearly you're up to no good. Also, Usopp, you're bad at lying. Please. No, don't look. Luffy does exactly what he's told. 07's because I know for a fact this is gonna work. Oh. All right. Oh my God. Okay, this clearly works. It backfires on him too. Luffy, please. Oh my God. I feel like he's gonna end up like getting himself killed several times over by the time we get to the present day, just based on like he lacks survival instinct. He's just so simple-minded. It's crazy. Oh, they think, okay, well, they don't know. They don't know. Yeah, he's and Usopp doesn't know either. Yeah, he's just knocked out, buddy. Don't worry. That was kind of like a blunt force trauma attack or response. So Luffy will be fine. He's just not going to be the hero right now. It's going to be Usopp. God damn. Usopp, and here's the thing. Oh, this is gonna suck. Usopp is known to be a liar, so I feel like it's gonna be like the boy who cried wolf. He's actually gonna go to the village and be like, pirates are attacking. I'm trying to save all of you, and they're gonna be like, yeah, buddy, I wasn't born yesterday. I know like how you work. You're literally a prankster. No one's gonna believe him. And it's going to take them realizing the threat to realize, oh shit. But at the same time, you know, like when you do clownery like that, like it's not going to help you out when it's actually serious. So I think Kaya might come through and be like, I believe him. So because she believes like all of his stories or whatever. That sucks, man. No one's going to believe him. Look at this. Oh, damn. They did my boy Luffy dirty, bro. Why the... Holy shit. I really don't think this is going to pan out the way he wants. Usopp, you got to defend. You got to fight for your life. You got to put your life on the line, my boy, just like your father. You got to do it for her. And for the little kids, too. Yeah, look at that. That's so sweet. You gotta be the brave warrior. Yeah, maybe that's what he's gonna strive for. He's gonna strive to be brave. I love it. Come on, Usopp. I believe in you, my boy. I knew you were the GOAT. I just don't know if anyone's gonna believe him now because they've been through this before. Ooh. Bro, Captain Kuro, you look crazy right now, my boy. Oh, look at that. Yep, they're stowed away. All right, they have a cat. Is that a cat? They literally have a cat banner. A cat flag. Bruh. This is some devious work. Can you guys please not do Luffy dirty? This poor hermit crab. Damn. 07 to that hermit crab. They were putting in so much work just trying. And it just, like, they were the real victim this episode. Not all the people that are gonna get killed. Not Usopp, who's, like, been known to lie and he's gonna have a hard time getting people to believe him. Not even Luffy, who's out cold this match. It's that little crab. Like, I can't, like, they were literally the cameo star of this episode. Oh my goodness. Yeah, was not expecting that. I gotta be honest, was not expecting how things have kind of turned around right now. I thought that Jango guy was going to be like the main antagonist, but to realize that this is a very different approach too, I would say. But yeah, certainly not what I was expecting going into it. So very excited to see how things play out from here. So I need to give a formal apology to my boy Goto from Hunter x Hunter. Bro would never stoop so low as to do some type of shit like this. He's the true GOAT, the true butler of anime. And I'm so sad that I'm so sorry that I ever compared him to this guy. But at the same time, I feel like I got properly debated because I was not expecting this butler, especially 3 years, a 3-year long con commitment plan to kill off the village, kill off the family, make off with the money, fake your own death, and now bear fruit. Especially after the scene we just got, he's kind of like laying into Usopp. You pirates are all the same, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like he's like Uno reversing them. He's like, I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing. I know what it's like. I'll just point you as the antagonist, you as the problem. And it's probably also in turn to like like weed out any type of potential conflict, right? If they get rid of Usopp, if they get rid of anyone that could kind of stand in their way, that's kind of like that's an easy W for them, you know? But yeah, this Captain Kuro individual who is known as the man with 1,000 plans. So it seems like he is very smart, very meticulous, very calculated, very cunning, a strategist in his own right, which is interesting because I thought that that's what Usopp would be. I thought that's how Usopp would contribute to the Straw Hat crew by joining. I thought, or rather, I feel like because he's he's like a smooth talker and he's able to kind of weave this very elaborate, exaggerated story. I feel like that would kind of go in line with planning ahead, right? Planning how he tells his stories to Kea and everything like that. I feel like that those equal skills would equate to being some type of strategist or planner, if you will. So maybe this is kind of like a nice head-to-head for him to be like a foil to Captain Kuro and to see how this plays out. But yeah, I was not expecting this guy to be the antagonist, which I think this is like a nice little spin on the formula that we've been getting. Usually it's like the first character you see, that is the guy, you know what I mean? That is the antagonist. And for the first episode, or for the episode prior to this one, seeing the butler, it's like, you know, it's just, you know, this is a very rich family. They have butlers, they have people that are kind of waiting guard and stuff like that. So you never expected it to be this guy. I thought Jango, the hypnotist, was going to be like the main antagonist, but he didn't look the part. He didn't really look all that threatening. So the twist of it now revealing itself here is actually very exciting. So I'm wondering how things are going to play out here. Obviously, the main issue that I mentioned during the episode is Usopp has lived his life in this village being a bit of a troll, being a bit of a prankster, a jokester, you know, the boy who cried wolf time and time again. And now when it's actually serious and it needs to be taken seriously by the people, I feel like there's going to be a lot of issues now, because who's going to believe you when you've said the same thing over and over again? Now that it's actually serious, I feel like the only people that are going to believe him is the Straw Hat crew. It's going to be Usopp, Nami, Zoro, the little kids, and Kea at this point. Maybe the butlers, if you can try to convince any of them to listen to you. But given the fact that Captain Kuro is the head butler, I don't really know if even he'll be taken seriously. I don't know if the butlers will take Usopp seriously, because again, it's just kind of like he has that reputation with that family, with that household. And so if Captain Kuro's like, he's lying, don't listen to him, he's clearly embellishing and making stuff up, I'm sure they're going to believe the 3-year tenure man over the son of a pirate, just because he has that reputation around the village. But yeah, I like the twist. I like the character moments. I think Luffy, my boy, and here's the thing too, they had to pull that shit with Luffy to kind of get him out of the picture, because, you know, there's no devil fruit user here, and, you know, unless someone has the devil fruit, I feel like Luffy can easily clear anybody. Luffy could have like 2-shot these guys, right? He could have just smacked them both with a gum pistol and called it a day. Called up the army, or called up the Marine Navy, and like get these two off the out of the village. But I feel like because it needs to be Usopp's time to shine, and Usopp has to prove himself, and it's his trial by fire to eventually join the Straw Hat crew, I feel like that's why Luffy's out of the picture right now. I'm surprised. Maybe Zoro? I don't really know how. Maybe. And then by the time Zoro's able to kind of partake, the entire pirate crew would be thrown into the mix. And, you know, obviously Zoro can't like handle like 50 guys at once. So very interested to just see how things play out here, and like how Usopp is really going to contribute. I feel like Usopp is definitely going to show his marksmanship abilities, right? His sharpshooter skills with the slingshot, you know what I mean? Like do some guerrilla warfare, shoot from the trees, hide out and stuff like that. You know, just kind of show his skills as a fighter, as a brave warrior that he's trying to be, and not cower in fear the whole time. Because, like, this is your moment to earn your stripes and show that you're a capable individual who's able to kind of fend for himself and defend the things he cares about and prove himself, especially to the Straw Hat crew. So, very excited to see how this next episode plays out. I am very thrilled to see how Usopp officially joins the Straw Hat crew. I don't know if it's going to be dealt with in the next episode, because similar to Buggy the Clown, like that process took a couple of episodes to get through, which is why I kind of want to clean up this arc with this village and Usopp in particular. before we start batching episodes together. And then moving forward from here, I think that'll be a better turnout for when we get Sanji and when we get the ship and everything else in between. So, and we might actually, I actually think if they end up saving this girl and bringing Captain Kuro to justice and taking out these pirates and saving the settlement, I think the best reward for them at this point is a ship, because they were talking about it in the previous episode. And if Usopp joins them, that's 4 people now, and you don't really have enough, like, you have like these 2 rinky-dink boats. Like, you're eventually gonna need like your own pirate ship to call your own with the straw hat banner, so you're not borrowing like the notoriety of Buggy's flag and all that stuff. So very interested to see how everything plays out and how everything progresses in the next episode for sure. But thank you guys all so much for watching. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out Patreon for early access. You guys can get up to 2 weeks early access on Patreon if you guys want the next episodes immediately. But that's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.